Payday loans can cripple people with debt they may never repay. Now Metro government is looking into rule changes that may lead to fewer shops like these popping up across Louisville. Wave News reporter Jose Zozaya caught up with the council leader behind the push.
That's right, John. Khalil Batshon tells me he believes city planners can come up with a way to change the zoning codes, which would, one, separate commercial banks and in turn, two, zero in on payday lenders. Batshon and another community leader I talked to today think the political will and the timing is there to act.
The people of Louisville, the people of the South End especially, are frustrated with the influx of predatory lending locations, check cash advances.
That building frustration compelled Councilman Khalil Batshon to talk to the county attorney's office and city planners and see if they could review Louisville Metro's land development code, otherwise known as an LDC.
Can we create a separate category for predatory lending in the definition as a binding element option? And that's what our goal is. We have 180 days to get the planning staff to come back with their recommendation.
Councilman Batshon says Metro government already has regulation examples they can model this after. He pointed to a recent zoning meeting he was in, where a developer wanted their property reclassified, but neighbors and Metro could set limitations on what kind of business is done there.
That property will never be allowed to have adult entertainment, racetrack, hazardous material until it's ever rezoned again. Yeah, so you set the tone, you set the precedent.
Right now, Metro's LDC has this tier of lenders and commercial banks in the same financial institution category. But Batshon says they're not alike in the real world. Years ago, Batshon tells me he saw firsthand a woman struggling to pay back massive interest.
I knew this lady, and I wish I could have helped her in a different manner, and she took her life. You know, I don't want to see that happen to people.
Is they take away your ability to ever get ahead, because as soon as you walk through that door, you're behind and you'll likely stay behind.
Dave Christopher Sr. says he too knows the consequences of taking out a payday loan. In his career founding and leading the nonprofit AMPed, he's taught students and clients about the trap a predatory loan can set, especially in communities struggling with poverty. While Christopher says he normally isn't for government dictating choices, this study and the policy it could bring may lead to more people keeping and growing their wealth.
When you look at the damage that those institutions have in communities, then maybe this is one of those times we have to say we have to step in and do something.
Now again, John, this is still very early in the process, still just under 5 months to actually see these recommendations get in front of council and see how they debate it all. Now, at the last council meeting, one of Batshon's peers was concerned that state lawmakers would overrule this push for a local ordinance. Batshon tells me he thinks the tides are turning with bipartisanship, actually. He would fight to make his case to Frankfurt to keep any future rule that comes out of those recommendations. Jose Zozaya, Wave News.